Whenever you guys want to start, go for it.
Sounds okay? Yeah. Testing 1, 2.
Cool.
Testing 1, 2. How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I think the class this season is stellar. Everyone seems pretty excited.
Yeah, I definitely got that positive vibe back again.
I'm actually a freelance copywriter, and I have a little website that I put together with Weebly. I'm at that point where it's like if you want to change anything, you really can't. You're sort of stuck with what the web editor has. About 15 years ago, I made my first website with just basic HTML, nice and flat, and the biggest or the coolest thing was having a navigation bar, and that was considered pretty amazing back then. So I basically want to just get back into it.
I used to work at a TV station doing digital media. That was maybe 4 years ago, so obviously a lot has changed. I work in brand licensing now, so something completely different. I was talking to Mark about this like a couple months ago, and I mentioned, I might be looking for a change in scenery. I want to get back into digital, and he told me that, this course might be just for you. Got to learn some new stuff. So I thought, that's amazing. And the fact that it was free was just icing on the cake.
And so what exactly is the YMC? It's an introduction into web development, putting resources together for people to use and learn more about web technologies and what goes into projects that we put together for the web.
That means a lot of things. So what we tried to do is kind of tailor a program over 9 weeks that touch on sort of every different aspect of that overall landscape. And really, what we want you guys to take from this is really just an understanding of, what's going on. We should be looking at, what trends are kind of at the forefront right now.
My name is Corey Herskew, Cell Guru on Twitter. I run a website called thecellularguru.com. I want to learn more on development myself so that as the site grows, I can be part of it and watch it grow and understand how it's growing.
Where do you think you'll be after these 9 weeks at the YMC?
What I want to do is be able to not only help in the back-end development of my own site instead of having to approach other developers, but now be able to build on other ones. I have ideas that surpass the mobile industry, and learning here will allow me to use those tools to actually watch it and build it in the back end.
What we want to get into and what we're going to be going into over the next 9 weeks is what's happening behind the scenes, right? So we type in the web address, we hit enter. What's the framework? What's the infrastructure that's taking place behind the scenes there? We want to talk about the developer, and I guess the assumption is, and the thing about the YMC is that we will all be getting into the shoes of the developer at some point. For people running on PC, this website, microsoft.com/web, there's actually a ton of tools available there for developing in PHP using Microsoft tools, and we're actually going to be taking a pretty close look at just the simple installs for getting PHP running. Notepad++ is an open source tool to use. Expression Web is a Microsoft text editor, which is great to use for programming as well. Dreamweaver is one that you might have come across. So Dreamweaver, Visual Studio is used for a lot of work done in like a Microsoft Silverlight or some of the other Microsoft programming tools. JEdit is another open source tool that's commonly used. This is kind of like, if you've used a BNotion's website before, this is kind of you checking it out at the front end, and this is us back here where we developed it, the machine that we used to develop it. And so we're talking about us creating all those files down there and everything that you view online.
There are a lot of people out there who kind of have ideas and really good ideas, but they're not able to make them reality because they don't have, say, development skills or anything, or just don't even not even that, just don't know how an idea that could be put on the website is sort of made. So what we're learning kind of here was how that's done, what's the process.
For me, I've just always been really interested in the digital space. I work online. I tell people I can use the hell out of a computer, but when it comes to any of the back-end stuff, I don't know anything. And it's just always something I've been interested in learning. So when I caught wind of this and I could learn it for free, I was like, hell yeah, I'm there.
What we launch in week 9 in December is going to be a live site online, right? So you guys will be able to see something on there and understand everything that went into it, right? So today is our general overview point in time. Week 2, We're going to be taking a look at a lot of the early phases. So we got a lot of our planning and strategy. And we'll get into some of our IA, which is short for information architecture. The primary concern of week 3 is we'll be looking at actual design. Right? So we'll jump in and we'll start taking a look at actual web design. Now that we've got all of our architecture done, we know what the project's going to be about, we start getting into the actual, some of the aesthetics. Week 4 through week 7 is all about construction. So when we say construction, we're talking HTML, CSS, and we'll get into all these beautiful acronyms at some point in time. PHP, WordPress. Week 8, we get into putting our site online. And once it's online, then week 9, we kind of close everything up with launching the actual website. I'm really looking forward to how this new YMC site's going to come out.
It's good to see sort of how different everyone is. We have some like older folks, some younger. It seems like they're all coming from different backgrounds. I'm pretty excited to see next week when they come back with ideas on how they want to develop themselves in this world,
Yeah.
and how we can help them.
I think it's going to be a fruitful 9 weeks, man.
Yeah,
It's looking pretty fun.
I think this class was really just about us delivering information to them. Next week, I want that to shift a little bit. It's going to be how can we all kind of contribute equally. So, you know, obviously nobody really knew what they're getting themselves into. I think we squared that off pretty well. If we can start getting people to speak up about their ideas and how they can contribute to this strategy for how we're going to build the community portal, that would be pretty sweet.